right track. I know we never gonna look back. Oh, I just wanna have a good time. Call me whatever, 'cause I'm up for anything like that. Oh no, we don't wanna do slow-mo, so tonight we just let go. To the beat in the streets, every freak out singing like
Off to Taiwan. Whenever I think about Taiwan, my heart always goes to two things: family and food. If you didn't know, I was actually born and raised in Taiwan until I was around 12 years old before my mom, my sister, and I immigrated to Canada. Growing up, it made more sense for my dad to be the one flying to Vancouver to visit us. It was more affordable, and it meant we got to spend more time together since it was hard for us to take time off school. So every time I had a chance to come back to Taiwan, it felt like this rare, precious treat, a chance to reconnect with my roots, see my family, and eat all the foods that taste like childhood. First meal, we're getting dumplings! Everyone's here! Let's go! Now as an adult, it feels even more special. Many of you guys know that I work with my little sister, and this time we were so lucky enough to come back to Taiwan together. All of us, including my mom, Dom, and my brother-in-law. 20 cents per dumpling. To explore, to eat our way around the island, and to show him our local foodie guide of Taiwan that reminded us of home. It was actually raining the day we landed, so of course our first official meal had to be all-you-can-eat hot pot. And honestly, I don't think enough people talk about Taiwan's all-you-can-eat hot pot enough because it is truly next level. You get endless trays of meat and seafood that you order straight from your phone, plus there's Wagyu Japanese curry, braised pork, spicy duck, and mala tofu, unlimited beers and cocktail, every veg you can imagine, and my favorite part, this massive sauce station where you can build your perfect dipping sauce. Honestly, is there a better way to cure jet lag than filling your entire soul and stomach with hot pot as your first meal back? We literally ate our hearts out, plates on plates and plates of meat, and just when we thought we were done, they had unlimited ice cream for dessert. Taiwan literally said, "Welcome home." And in true Taiwanese fashion, we obviously weren't finished. We spent the next couple hours wandering around the mall, shopping, and playing endless games at the arcade, trying to work off even 1% of what we just ate. It was chaotic, cozy, and the perfect way to kick off the trip. One of the last restaurants my dad ever brought me to was this little spot that specialized in herbal duck soup, the kind of dish that warms you from the inside out, especially when the weather gets cold. I am not gonna lie, being back in Taiwan without my dad is always bittersweet. Sitting in this restaurant ordering all of his favorites really felt like he was right there beside me. I could almost hear him in my ear saying, "Make sure to ask for the thigh, that's where the juicy meat is, and don't forget the braised tofu, this place makes the best one." And I think that is the beauty of spending time with the people that you love while they're here. You never realize how these tiny moments, like sharing a simple meal, end up becoming the memories that stay with you the longest. Now it's me telling my brother-in-law, "You have to try their braised tofu, it is so good," and convincing Dom to order noodle soup because I know my dad would be laughing and saying, "See, I knew Dom would love this." This trip really reminded me that the best way to keep someone alive is to live out the memories that you built together, and to share them with the people that you love now. We're at my grandma's. We're gonna go get a quick drink, and then tonight I am making them dinner. So nervous! Let's go!
We've been sliding since I don't remember when. In and out of consciousness.
Oh, okay, welcome.
While others might be stressing now, we rely on the other side to help us out. And it's obvious now.
People are always asking me where I learned how to cook, and my answer is always the same: my mom and my grandma. Growing up, I lived for days that we visit my grandparents' house because it meant that I got home-cooked meal that you truly couldn't get anywhere else. Even now, I swear no one cooks like my grandma. Her food just tastes like home, like comfort, like childhood. My grandparents were supposed to visit us this summer, but as they're getting older, traveling has become harder. Because I don't get to see them often, every moment I spend together now feels extra precious. So being able to spend an entire afternoon doing what we love the most, cooking, chatting, tasting everything straight from the stove felt like the most natural and meaningful way to be together. I've said this so many times, but after losing my dad, my whole perspective on life has totally shifted. I learned to truly live in the present because with life, you really don't get to rewind and you really don't get to redo these moments with the people that you love most. So hug the people that you love a little tighter, tell them that you love them, sit down, share a meal, and talk about nothing and everything because these little moments end up being the ones that stay with you forever.
Way back when, before the grown-up phase, we're one best friend. It was easy going roll. Life was anything but fair, but somehow we didn't care.
Off to get some dumplings! Someone who makes her own chili oil, this place has one of my favorite chili oils of all time. So good. If you didn't know, Din Tai Fung actually originated in Taiwan, and while I absolutely love Din Tai Fung, there's so many tiny family hole-in-the-wall spots that serve incredible soup dumplings and noodles for a fraction of the price. Honestly, some of them taste just as good, if not better. There's this little shop in my neighborhood that has been my go-to spot for as long as I can remember. Soup dumplings, noodles, and all comfort food cravings, they do it all. And as someone who literally sells noodles and chili oil for a living, I look forward to their spicy noodle every time I come back to Taiwan. It is spicy, numbing, nutty, and the handmade noodles are so perfectly chewy that it hits the spot every single time. And that is the magic of life in Taiwan. You can literally turn to any corner and find tiny restaurants run by family pouring their hearts into every bowl. Not only is it delicious, it is also very affordable. Honestly, the kind of meal that you can have over and over again and never get sick of. Currently at the office, we are looking over our holiday packaging today, and then we're gonna relaunch our noodles. Hopefully, everything should be out by the time this vlog goes live. But look how cute the packaging is. So cute. It's also been a very long time since all of us are in office together. We got Jen here. Rob's gonna join us later. Yeah. Dom's here. Ordering boba tea. We're gonna try 再睡5分钟. Got boba.
This collab is so cute.
So cute. So cute. Oh. It has like a foam on top. Cheers. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh yeah, that's good.
It's so good. Okay, time for meeting. Bye-bye. One of the best parts about going to the office in Taiwan is that it is located at one of my favorite streets in Taipei, Dihua Street. I can walk here for hours. It's the perfect blend of old Taipei charm, preserved historic buildings, traditional shops, tea houses, herbal stores, local artists, and of course, endless snacks. My must-get every single time is their freshly made mochi, soft, stretchy, stuffed with sweet red bean and the juiciest giant strawberries. They make it right in front of you and it's impossible to walk away with just one. We even went back and got extras to bring home for Dom's grandma and family because it was that good. Right next to it, we found a stall making traditional Taiwanese sticky rice, and the smell alone pulled us right in. This is honestly the best way to eat in Taiwan. Follow your nose. If it smells good, I guaranteed it tastes even better. I'm so excited. We're supposed to have dinner in less than 30 minutes, but this smelled so good, I had to give it a try. Speaking of smells, you have to try stinky tofu when you're in Taiwan. I know it can be intimidating at first, but trust me, it is actually so delicious. Later on this video, I'll actually show you what is my personal favorite Taiwanese stinky tofu of all time. It is a spot that my dad grew up eating, and it's a true 10 out of 10. If you come to Taiwan, you have to try stinky tofu. It's not stinky at all when you eat it. It's so umami and so juicy.
I think if you've never tried it, it's more of an acquired taste. But I grew up on this, so it's really good.
Heading out on a road trip. Today we're gonna head to Kaohsiung. So right now we're driving to Hsinchu to go pick up my mom. It's gonna take around 1 hour or so. Normally it doesn't take that long, but right now it is so much traffic going down. And then from Hsinchu we're gonna drive down to Kaohsiung to meet up with my sister and her husband. It's around a 4.5 hour drive in total, so I'm just gonna edit and do some work. I do have my chia seed electrolyte here. This is my go-to drink when traveling. It saves my gut as well as my skin. Life hack, travel hack. Make sure to make a chia seed drink. But yeah, let's head out together. Getting some snack for the road trip. My all-time favorite. You can even get alcohol in Taiwan 7-Eleven. Kavalan whiskey is one of my favorites. Japanese curry. By the way, this is my favorite instant noodle in Taiwan. Right here, the beef noodle soup, and also right here. So good. Hi guys, we are finally here in Kaohsiung. It took us almost 5 hours so to get here. There was so much traffic. Shout out to Dom for driving us all the way here. I want to quickly show you guys this hotel's view. It is actually so beautiful. It is our first time staying here. We usually stay at this other hotel, but we wanted to give this hotel a try. So right when you walk in, this is where the bed is. It's a king size bed. And then over here is the beautiful view of Kaohsiung. Kaohsiung is so beautiful. I cannot get over it. And the washroom also has a really nice view as well. You can see the famous 85 tower and the sunset and see the water. Whoa! We actually have our dinner reservation in around 15 minutes or so, so we're actually gonna head out right now. We just made it in time. We're having beef hot pot today. I'm so excited. So yeah, let's head out together. I'm so excited to show you guys around Kaohsiung, one of my favorite cities here in Taiwan. Reunited! Hi! Who's ready for hot pot? Hot pot, hot pot. When people think of Taiwan, they usually think of Taipei, and while I adore Taipei with my whole heart, one of my actual favorite cities in Taiwan is actually Kaohsiung. There's something about this southern point city, the warm weather, the ocean breeze, the slower pace that instantly makes me feel so grounded and happy. Tonight's dinner was at Niu Lao Da, one of Kaohsiung's most popular hot pot spots. They're famous for their ultra fresh, locally sourced beef sliced right before serving. We arrived at 5 p.m. and within 30 minutes the whole place was packed and 2 items were already sold out. What makes this space so special is that they don't focus on variety, they focus on quality. Their signature room temperature beef goes straight from farm to table. It has never been refrigerated, and honestly, you can taste the freshness. The beef is so tender it melts the moment it hits the broth, and the flavor is so clean, naturally sweet, and not fatty at all. It's a kind of bite that makes you pause for a second and think, wow, is this what good beef tastes like? Make sure you dip the beef into their house-made sauce. It is savory, slightly spicy, and the perfect pairing. They offer 2 types of broth, a spicy one and a veggie-based one, both made with beef bone stock. As the meal goes on and the beef cooks, the broth becomes deeper, richer, and even more comforting. You can add veggies, cabbage, tofu, fish ball, all the classic, and every ingredient soaks up that incredible soup. It was my first time going here and genuinely one of the best hot pot experiences I have ever had. If you're planning a trip to Taiwan, please add this to your Kaohsiung itinerary. It is one of those meals that you will definitely remember long after the trip is over. The beef literally melts in your mouth. Definition of speechless. Literally speechless.
카리스마 넘쳐 너의 움직임 우리 잘 맞는 것 같아 Girl, it kinda seems like we got chemistry, same energy I can see us make history 빙빙 돌아가듯이 You are goddess like Venus, I'll be orbiting and I promise I ain't tryna play games with
8 a.m. morning run. My mom and my sister are biking, so we have our waters in there. Yay! Speaking of happy memories, growing up in Taiwan, my dad used to take us on road trips all around the island. I still remember one summer when we drove down the coast together, stopping in every little city, trying all the local food stalls and wandering through night markets. Looking back, I think my dad always knew we would eventually immigrate to Canada, so whenever we were in Taiwan, he made every moment count. If he wasn't working, he was with us, showing us our culture, teaching us our roots, and filling our childhood with memories we could carry with us no matter where life took us. He honestly made Taiwan feel like home in the deepest way. Being here this time, acting more as a tour guide than a visitor, made me see Taiwan through a complete different lens. Every corner, every smell, every street suddenly reminded me of those road trips, those summers, and how loved I felt as a kid. Honestly, I think those trips were the beginning of my love for food. This trip, I was determined to show my brother-in-law the beauty of Taiwan through its food, the same way my dad once showed it to me. Speaking of yummy food, if there's one meal you could absolutely not skip in Taiwan, it is breakfast. I swear breakfast in Taiwan is on another level and is something that you just can't find anywhere else in the world. This old school breakfast shop has been around for generations and is one of my all-time favorite spots. They have all the classics, handmade steamed buns, freshly ground soy milk, baskets of hot deep-fried youtiao, and of course the iconic xiaobing youtiao. Xiaobing is a flaky sesame-covered baked flatbread that is crispy on the outside and slightly chewy on the inside. Imagine warm toasted layers of dough that's gently crackled in every bite. Inside they tucked a freshly fried youtiao, an airy light golden cruller that's crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. Together it is crispy, warm, soft, and salty all at once. Truly the perfect bite. And don't get me started on their handmade buns here. It is pillowy soft, steaming hot, and filled with juicy, savory fillings. It's the kind of breakfast that makes you fall in love with Taiwan all over again. And I know I've said this so many times, but this is truly one of those meals that you have to try. If you have ever been to Taiwan, you'll know that we truly specialize in two things. First is boba tea. You can literally find it in every corner since Taiwan is the birthplace of bubble tea. Every shop has its own twist, extra soft pearls, brown sugar syrup, fruity teas, and toppings you never even knew existed. It is almost impossible to walk around without a cup in your hand because it is refreshing, affordable, and honestly a big part of our culture. This is actually our bus pass in Taiwan. It's like a yo-yo card and you use it for everything, but look how cute it is. Second, Taiwan is the capital of cute things. Stationery, stickers, keychains, handmade crafts, tote bags, tiny figures, you name it, we can make anything cute. There's been so many times where I promised myself I am just browsing, but I end up leaving with something so adorable I didn't even know I needed. And that is why Pier 2 Art District in Kaohsiung is such a must-visit spot. Shopping! Hot, hot, hot. Hot, 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 hot. This area is called Pier 2, and there's lots of pop-ups here. Lots of shops. It's really warm. It's right by the water where we ran today. Hi, everyone! Once an abandoned warehouse area is now transformed into a vibrant artistic waterfront bursting with color and creativity. The shops here are run by local creatives selling everything from handcrafted jewelry to ceramics, vintage collectibles, graphic tees, postcards, and beautifully designed home goods. Every store feels like stepping into someone's imagination, and when you need a break, just walk into any cafe. Beautiful interiors, minimalist design, and great coffee. You wander, you explore, you sip your boba, take photos, support local artists, and soak in the energy of a city that is beautifully blending modern and tradition. Some Labubu gifts for the girls. This is gonna be for a book club. So cute. I always tell people to prep their stomachs before coming to Taiwan because there's just so much that you have to try. Like literally every corner you turn, there's another spot that you don't want to miss. Like this tiny little matcha ice cream shop that we randomly stumbled across. The owner was so passionate about perfecting his flavors that he made us try every single one before ordering, and honestly, every scoop was delicious. You know it's a good sign when you're standing there taste testing and already planning what you're gonna get next time. Then we made our way to Duck Sen. This is a must-try when you're in Kaohsiung. They're known for their roasted duck. It is smoky, slightly sweet, and super juicy. But the real star here is their duck rice bowl. It is braised pork plus roasted duck and that rich duck essence that soaks into every grain of rice. It just hits different after a long day of walking around. And of course, we kept our daily tradition of grabbing boba, and yes, we are very serious about having one every single day when we're in Taiwan. We drank it while watching the beautiful sunset from our hotel, and then we hopped onto the $1 ferry ride to the island. This ride is actually less than 10 minutes, but the sea breeze, the views, and everything felt so peaceful. It is a must-do in the evening. And once you arrive, hello Seafood Street. The whole street is actually lined with seafood vendors selling super fresh, reasonably priced dishes. The menu changes based on what is in season, but honestly the best way to order is just to pick your seafood and let the owners tell you how they recommend cooking it. It is very fun, very interactive, and a little bit intimidating. I am still learning how to order properly. My dad actually used to be so good at doing this and always knew what was fresh and what to order, but regardless, it was still such a fun and memorable experience that we definitely checked off our bucket list. Other than the insane amount of food that Taiwan has to offer, there's still so much culture and history for you to explore. Two of my favorite free spots to visit in Kaohsiung that I always recommend are the Dragon and Tiger Pagodas and the Foguangsan Buddha Museum. The temple honestly feels like you stepped into another world. You walk through these beautiful courtyards lined with 8 symmetrical pagodas, and at the very end is one of the tallest Buddha statues in the world. Video honestly doesn't do this place justice. It is so peaceful, so grand, and so stunning in person. Plus, they also have a food court where we can order some food and some snacks. Next up is the Dragon Tiger Pagoda, sitting right along the Lotus Pond. The whole lake is actually packed with temples, pagodas, sculptures, little bridges, and scenic spots. Honestly, it feels like a huge open-air cultural park. I highly recommend spending an afternoon here just walking around, biking, exploring, taking photos, and soaking in the views. And after all that walking, you know we had to eat. We went straight to Sanyo Beef Noodle Soup, a super popular spot among locals that have been serving authentic Taiwanese beef noodle soup for 20 plus years. The beef here is incredibly tender and choose between a clear herbal broth or a savory soy and tomato based soup. The noodles were perfectly chewy and honestly a kind of comfort meal that hits the spot every single time. This was the perfect last meal with Queen and Daryl in Kaohsiung before dropping them off at the train station, and after that, Dom, my mom, and I headed to the local mall for some afternoon shopping and dinner.
Oh, baby, don't cry.
This is the last time we're doing this.
Okay.
If we don't pull the ones we want,
No. And then I'm getting this one. It's so cute.
I could fly. Ooh, I would be with you every second of my life. Sometimes it's just another day to get through, but it's not easy when you're blind from the truth. Oh, darling, let me be your mountain, 'cause I see it as my goal. Wanna be with you every second I got. Don't cry.
You know those restaurants that you randomly stumble across but somehow being a highlight of your trip? Well, this place was that for me. We were craving dumplings and this restaurant was on our drive to the highway, so we decided to grab a quick bite, and all the food was zero expectation and ended up being one of my favorite meals from this trip. I think sometimes when you're traveling for a long time, all you crave is simple, clean, but yummy food. This place reminded me of home-cooked food, and I swear this spot is the definition of simple food done perfectly. They're known for their freshly wrapped homemade dumplings. The skin was perfectly balanced, not too thick, not too thin, with a chewy, soft bite. My personal combo was their shrimp and cabbage, but their chives and pork was delicious as well. Also, make sure to order their hot and sour soup. Those two together, the perfect combo. Hi guys, we just got here to one of my favorite places in Taiwan, which is Sun Moo Lake. Nantou is actually my dad's hometown, so I love coming back here. The view here is absolutely beautiful. Let me quickly show you guys. This is the view from our hotel room. Quick room tour. There is the washroom right here. They have a bathtub, a shower. The toilet is over here. Lots of lights, lots of mirrors. And then over here is the room. We got a 2-bed, but then really what's so special is the view. The rest of the day is gonna be pretty chill because we did drive 3 hours from Kaohsiung to Nantou. I think we're gonna walk around. We could catch a sunset maybe. It's quite gloomy today, but still just walk around, enjoy the fresh air, grab some dinner. Meeting up with Quina and Daryl. They actually came here earlier yesterday night first because Daryl has never been to Nantou before. So we figured we'd give them an extra day to explore, and then we ended up driving here ourselves today. We're gonna be here for 2 days before we head back to Taoyuan. But yeah, I love being in Nantou. The air is so fresh. I feel like I'm connecting with my dad in a way because it is his hometown, and I just love being here. So yeah, let's go enjoy the beautiful view and go grab some food. Nantou is my dad's hometown, and fun fact, it's the only country in Taiwan that doesn't touch the ocean. Instead, it's actually surrounded by endless mountains, forests, lakes, and hot springs, with some of the freshest air in all of Taiwan thanks to its high elevation. Every time I come back to Nantou, I feel a sense of calmness that's hard to find anywhere else in the world. Time really does slow down here. The noise fades, it's a place to breathe, reconnect with myself, and just exist in nature without rushing anywhere. Oh, the chicken. The chicken is a must order. One of the biggest reasons why we came back to Taiwan this time was because we really wanted to bring my brother-in-law here to show him my dad's hometown, the place that shaped so many of his stories. I know if my dad was here right now, he'd be running around pointing at all of his childhood spots, introducing us to hole-in-the-wall restaurants, and sharing memories that only locals would know. Being here, telling those stories on his behalf, makes me feel like he's still around. One thing I've learned about grief this past year is that talking about someone you love doesn't make the pain heavier. It keeps them alive in the softest way. Every story I share, every little joke I remember, every restaurant that reminds me of him, even just saying his name in conversation, it all makes him feel present. People don't disappear when they're gone, they live in the way we speak about them. They live in the memories we choose to hold on to. And being in Nantou is exactly that. Even though he isn't physically here, the moment we talk about him, the way he laughed, the food he loved, the things that he always used to say, you can almost hear him, feel him, imagine him right beside us. In those moments, it doesn't feel like you're living in the past. It feels like he's still part of my present. I know I'm always reminding people to cherish times with the people that they love the most, but losing my dad way earlier than I ever imagined changed something in me. It taught me that the end of our lives is not about the achievements or the milestones that we hold on to. It's about the people that we love, the moments we shared, and the time we were lucky enough to have together. Okay, I'm about to put you on a restaurant that I can easily say was the best meal we had this entire trip. It was a random family-run countryside restaurant that specialized in roast chicken. The kind of gem that I low-key wanted to gatekeep for myself, but this place deserves all the love. Honestly, we all agreed every single dish here blew our minds. They're famous for their roasted chicken, where they slowly roast the whole chicken over charcoal. Each chicken is marinated with special blends of spices stuffed with fresh herbs, then hung inside a barrel to roast until the skin turns golden and crispy while the meat stays super juicy. When the chicken arrives at your table, they give you this big bowl filled with chicken juices and essence that dripped out out during roasting. And when you drizzle that over hot rice, I am sorry, but nothing will ever beat that. It was pure liquid gold. The rest of the menu was also truly perfection. Their salt and pepper barbecue boar was smoky, tender, and packed with flavor. The Taiwanese sausage is a must order here. And the seasonal veggie stir fry were also 10 out of 10. The owners told us that their secret is that all their dishes are actually cooked with their fat rendered from their roasted chicken. And that is what gives everything that subtle umami flavor that you really can't find anywhere else. Oh, by the way, the passion fruit here, I have to talk about the passion fruit because they sell freshly picked passion fruit and bottled juice. And it was honestly the best passion fruit I've ever had in my entire life. It was sweeter than bubble tea, almost like candy, but still super refreshing. We literally finished every single dish on this table. Such an incredible find and honestly a spot that I'll come back to again and again. We finished everything in literally 15 minutes. That's how you know the meal is very, 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 very good.
널 만나기 전 누군 날 위해 노래한 적 없어 길어지는 대화 속 중심만 차린 입이 웃고 있어 모두 말해 내게 꿈깨래 분명 실망할 테니 수빈 무의미해 네 매력은 또 변화구를 던져 가슈 그 누구보다 눈이 참 예뻐 Yeah you 그 누구보다 사랑스러워 Yeah you 찾아 헤매이던 내 반쪽 I feel so free Oh my sweet baby
My dad actually grew up in Jiji, a small quiet township in Nantou surrounded by mountains and the kind of close-knit community where everyone knows each other. So today I really want to take Daryl around and show him some of the classic Taiwanese street food that my dad grew up eating, the spots that have been around for over 30 years, the ones every local knows by heart. First up is Bawan. Bawan is an iconic Taiwanese deep-fried meatball. The shop makes my all-time favorite version in Taiwan. This is made from tapioca starch, so it's chewy, glossy, and bouncy. They steam it first and slowly fry it until it becomes this soft, crispy perfection. Inside you get a generous filling of tender pork, bamboo shoots, and just the right amount of seasoning. It's savory, juicy. When topped with their homemade sweet garlicky sauce, it is game over. I always order two because one is simply not enough. And pro tip, when you're finished, pour in their homemade bone broth to soak up all the leftover sauce. Trust me, you don't want to waste a drop. Next stop is an old school popsicle shop that my dad used to walk hours to get as a kid. The best popsicles ever. So good. I like the pineapple as well as the peanut, and it's so cheap. This family-run shop has been around for over 50 years, selling perfectly frozen Taiwanese popsicles that you honestly can't find anywhere else. Fun fact, they actually first became famous for their plain sugar water popsicle. No fancy flavor, just clean water and freezing technique that's so smooth and refreshing that became the summer treat of the area. And finally, as promised, the best stinky tofu in Taiwan. My grandpa used to come here every single day, and I truly think it's one of the best of all time. Their tofu isn't fried until rock hard like some places. Instead, it's just crispy enough on the outside while staying soft and juicy on the inside. When you bite into it, the juices actually burst out, and when you pair it with their pickled cabbage, pure perfection. Stinky tofu actually gets their signature smell from fermentation, the same magical process behind kimchi and cheese. And that's what gives it its deep, savory umami flavor. And this place nails that perfect level of stinky that even Daryl ended up devouring it. The only downside is because it's a small town, the hours here are very Taiwanese, aka sometimes it's just not very accurate. But if you're ever in Jiji and they're open, please go and I promise you will love it. Taiwan has the craziest rest station. We're gonna grab dinner right now before we head home. Literally everything you can think of, every restaurant, 3 floors with a restaurant. But yeah, let's go eat.
Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile.
Ending this trip, I couldn't help but smile. On our last night, I was lying in bed scrolling through the photos from this trip and I whispered to my dad, I hope you're proud of how I showed Daryl your Taiwan. And in that moment, I felt so grateful. Grateful to a job that lets me showcase the country I grew up in, the place I call home, and the place that holds so many of my happiest memories with my dad. And honestly, that is the beauty of traveling. It gives you a chance to see the world through a different lens, to learn about new cultures, to make new memories, and to feel inspired in ways that you never expected before. It's the random restaurants that you stumble upon that becomes your favorite meal. It's getting lost and discovering something even better than what you were searching for. It's hearing stories from locals and tasting foods that someone you loved grew up eating, and going somewhere that suddenly connects you to a part of yourself that you didn't even know was missing. These are the memories that stay with you for a lifetime, and I'm so grateful I not only got to live them, but also share them with you. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I hope it brings you a smile the same way it does for me. I love you all so much, and I'll see you next week. Love you!